Welcome to the iClone 4 crash course for beginners. I'm going to show you how to build this bathroom scene in iClone from scratch. We're also going to add and animate this avatar so that he walks through our scene. How does that sound? Let's learn the most basic aspects of the iClone interface. At the top of the preview window, you will see an assortment of small icons. We will focus on the most useful ones for today's lesson. The first group of icons control the viewpoint in the preview window. The object tools are for selecting, moving, rotating, and scaling objects. We will also use the fly button. We don't need to use those other buttons for this tutorial. The home icon allows you to jump quickly to the object you are working on. The zoom button allows you to zoom in and out. The pen button allows you to pan the view left and right, top to bottom. The orbit or rotate button allows you to rotate around the currently selected object. The move object control for moving objects around the scene, rotate object, and scale object for controlling size. So, basically, those are the controls that you will be using constantly in iClone. We're going to spend the next 2 minutes practicing those controls. If you already know this stuff, please feel free to skip ahead 2 minutes. Home and on object. Zoom on object. Pan around. Rotate around object. Home again. Move object. Left, right, back, forth, up, down. Zoom out. Rotate object using blue handle. Using the red handle. Using the green handle. Home again. Scale along width. Scale tall and scale deep. Rotate view. Scale evenly using the yellow handle. Rotate object. Move object. Rotate view. That's a good start. Now we are going to begin the project. Here is a quick overview of the process. Start with a basic idea. Then we model the basic shapes. The second stage is applying texture to the shapes. The final stage is lighting and animating. We first begin by assembling an empty room. Go to Set, Props, and 3D blocks. Here is the wall and floor folders. Let's double-click this wall. Zoom out. You can double-click on an item to bring it into the center of the scene. Rotate around the object. Let's take this wall and move it back. Rotate around the object. This wall shouldn't have both a window and a door. So let's go with a different wall with only a doorway. Move it. And a separate wall with windows. Let's use this one. Okay, this is good. And maybe just a few more walls. A blank wall. Let's get an exact 90-degree rotation by typing 90 into the z-axis box. Perfect. Move the wall back. Move this wall back and over to meet the edge of the other wall. Rotate the view so that we can see the top of the model. Move the wall over. Move the other wall. Rotate the view. Home in on the selected wall. Zoom in. And pan over to look at the corners. Pan over. Rotate view. Zoom out. Check the corners. And let's just center the floor a bit. Look at the edges. Zoom in. I'm going to leave that bit of overlap. Looking good around the edges there. Now I'm going to save the project. Project. Custom. And add button. This is going to be called bathroom. We can also make a custom thumbnail if we want. Create the view that you want for your thumbnail. And we will use this button called Capture Thumbnail. And look down there, it is the new thumbnail of our project. Let's go shopping for some models to use in our bathroom. I love shopping at Google 3D Warehouse. It's full of interesting models, and everything is usually very affordable. We're looking for components for the bathroom. Okay, so let's see what happens if we type bathroom, and we get all kinds of stuff. Right now, we're only looking for a bathtub.
Attention Kmart shoppers, there is a blue light special on aisle 5.
Let's save this model of a clawfoot tub. Let's see what else we can get. Here are some other tubs. Here's another model of a bathtub. Let's take it too. Ooh, look at this lovely set of metal faucets. Let's take that as well. Okay. We're using 3D Exchange version 2, the old version. So we are limited to models created in Google SketchUp 5. Let's see. Here's a toilet. Let's save it as a SketchUp 5 model. I hope you are understanding this part of the process. Just grab all of the models you can. Look at this bathroom sink. Let's take it. Save as SketchUp 5 once again. Again, you are probably using a newer version of 3D Exchange, so you may not be limited to using SketchUp 5 models. I do have to upgrade my software. And let's grab another sink while we are here. This one's rather modern. Let's save it as a SketchUp 5 model. Here is a sink with a vanity. I like it. Save as SketchUp 5. Let's try to find a bathroom mirror. This one looks like a good candidate. While at the Google Warehouse, download as many models as you can in order to build your library. Once your models have been saved to your hard disk, they must then be processed through iClone 3D Exchange. You might be using a newer version than I am. Let's start importing some props. Press the Import button. Let's go to Bathroom folder, and at the top of the list I will select the first object. Importing. Okay, we got some faucets. Click Align to Ground. Over on this list, select all items in the list. Then deselect the SKP scene route. Then we go down to Auto Smooth. This will smooth out the faceted edges. Select Export. Let's put the name of the object here. And press OK. Done. Now let's open the next item in the list. Here it is. Importing. Repeat the procedure. It's a toilet. Click Align to Ground. Select all. Deselect the SKP route. Before I press Auto Smooth, I want to zoom in to show you what Auto Smooth actually does. Do you see the edges and ridges? Now I will select Auto Smooth. The difference is remarkable. Again, export the object. I'm going to whip through the rest of the items on the list so that you can see that the procedure remains the same for all items. It's good to do your shopping this way. It gives you more options if some of the items do not convert properly with 3D Exchange. Press Auto Smooth. Google 3D Warehouse is just like having your own private Home Depot. It's simply marvelous. Okay, and now we're back to iClone, and we want to add our new objects to this project. And these were the original SketchUp models. And these are the models after we ran them through 3D Exchange. Notice the thumbnails. I'm going to now go to Set, Props, Custom. And I've already made a folder called Bathroom, and it has some stuff in it already. I forgot about that. I will right-click on one of the items, and then select Find File. This brings up the Windows Explorer directory which contains the item. Now let's drag our new models into the proper Reallusion directory. So now in the Reallusion directory, we have all this new stuff. Great. And if I just refresh the directory here by clicking Template, then Custom again, now I will see it updated with my new content. Easy. Let's drag in the toilet and the mirror. And the old bathtub. The faucets. And let's find the sink. Okay, this one with the vanity. Let's hide some of the walls by clicking inside the Scene Manager panel. Now we can work on resizing and reorienting these bathroom fixtures. Now let's position and attach the faucets to the bathtub. It's just a lot of pushing and pulling to get the faucet into position. It's not exactly designed for this bathtub, so it doesn't fit exactly. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Once the faucets are in position, look over at this side panel here and click on Attach. Click Pick Parent. Click on the bathtub. Now the faucets are attached to the bathtub and will move with the bathtub properly. At this point in time, we should check to see if our model is scaled to the size of a real person. Let's choose someone out of the avatar library. Let's choose Benny. We want to make sure that everything is scaled in relation to him. Yes, Benny is way too big for the room. So let's resize the entire room in one shot. First, I'm going to select the floor, and using the Control key, I will also select the other walls and fixtures. Now I have one big group. I can now scale the entire group. I'm going to scale everything based on the doorway beside Benny. Use the yellow handle of the scale widget to scale the group evenly. Now I'm just going to tweak this wall because the doorway looks too wide. Now I'll shift the wall over. Good. Now we can position the furniture in the room. Let's move the toilet. Rotate the toilet and put it into place. Let's put in the vanity. Let's get the mirror moved into place. Rotate the mirror. To get an exact rotation, I'll tweak the number in this box. I'm just going to pull out a bit here. And I'll rotate the view around so I can see if the mirror is against the wall. Move it up the wall. Perfect. Move Benny out of the way. He fits the doorway beautifully. Let's move the sink over and then the mirror. Zoom out a bit. Let's move the bathtub. Zoom out a bit. Rotate around a bit. I just want to check the bottom of the floor to make sure the furniture isn't sinking into it. Resize the floor a bit smaller and move it over. Resize this wall to match the floor. Rotate around. Adjust the wall. Make a copy of the wall by pressing Ctrl and using the Move tool. Should we add a wall here? Oh, we already have it. We just need to hide it. Let's rescale the wall to match the other walls. I'm going to look at the exact scale of this wall, 99.8, 120.8, and 120.8. Then select the new wall and type the same values into the boxes. Okay, I cheated a little bit. Now just to move it up into position, move the wall into place. Okay, there are some gaps to fix. Pull the wall in closer. Another gap here to fix. Okay, looks solid from the outside. There's a nice little view of Bendy through the window. Now let's push the camera into the room and then use the fly button to look around the room. Bendy certainly looks satisfied, doesn't he? Wow, I'm pleased with the project so far. The modeling stage is almost completed. And now it's time to save the project. You know the drill. Now I'm going to temporarily change this wall to wireframe so that we can see through it.